Hey, welcome back, guys. It's another group of 10 on whether we're sending stuff to the PSA or BGS. And hold on, yeah, 181. And got these set up. Now, if you're already checking, you're probably seeing right around here, I've already put bid and bid right there. And we'll get to that in a second when we get to those cards. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and move in. So we've got a Dragonite from the Team Up series, Hollow. We just get them out. And again, this is, a lot of people here play Guess the Grade, or at least some people definitely played it for a while. Now, there's definitely a little factory line, but it's not super crazy. Centering's not super bad either. There is some sort of corner issue, but it's really minor. And then we got silvering. So now we're kind of in the 9s to 8s. If it would have just been as it was, I would have said 9, possible 10. Now we're looking more 9s to 8s. The back is pretty clean, but that silvering kind of takes a hit. I'm going to say 9 to 10, or sorry, 8 to 9, which means we're still going to send that to the PSA. People want me to go, well, what's your differentiating factor? Well, if it's going to be at 8 PSA, we'll usually send it in, or at least prep it to be sent into the PSA. If it's higher, if it's a 9 and up PSA, we generally send it into the BGS. And if it's going to be below a PSA 8, we're looking to send it into the CGC. Now, this was kind of a toughie. So this is Roaring Skies Dragonite. It's got a lot of surface scratches, so this was definitely played. Centering is off, top to bottom and left to right. We're starting to look sort of like CGC for this card. Almost like even the art itself, not just the hollow foil, but there's like scratches everywhere on this. They're not super deep, but they're apparent. The back's in better condition than I thought it would be. Super minor whitening. We're going to say CGC, and we're not going to put a number on it because we'll probably do separate videos for CGC. So let's go ahead and try and get that down. Alright, so this next one is one of the cards that has bid written next to it, and you'll see why in a second. So it's a non-hollow Floss Dragonite, one of very memorable card for a lot of people. Actually pretty decent ability. This wasn't too hard in my opinion in terms of energy to do, because they came as double colorless. This is really only 2 energy cards, and this attack doesn't have you actually lose any energy. Dragonite has a very low retreat cost, which is pretty crazy, but you can see it's beat up pretty much along the bottom. It has some stuff across the top, and has whiting across, serious whiting. And so I wrote bid because I might just list it as a penny bid on my eBay, or do it as a giveaway card down the road, but it'll just go in a separate pile. But that's just to remind myself that I don't give away every card. I can just set them up as penny bids. Next up is a first edition Dark Dragonite, non-hollow, and no, it's not the error, sadly. And also, sadly, it's not in pristine condition. Right off the bat, there's some whitening on that corner. The centering is weird, but it's not off. There's a crease there. But regardless, with this being first edition Dark Dragonite, it still holds value. We're already kind of looking at CGC in it with all that stuff on it. Serious corner crease. Yeah, this is just going to be a CGC card. And even at CGC, we'd expect it to pull pretty low. So that'll be a whole separate thing. But regardless, good card, just in terms of memory-wise. In my opinion, Fossil Dragonite is better off, although this special power is definitely better than the other special power. But in terms of attack, no, that's good. It's all 1 for nothing. Not too bad. HP is less, and the retreat cost is actually higher. But yeah, I'll send it into the CGC. Ooh, now wonderful, pretty card. and I think this one's actually in really good condition from my quick glance at it earlier. Really great hollow foil. Really great hollow foil. Loving it. Looks to be super pristine. Centering's off, but no damage on the front. Fantastic. This is looking like it's going to be a BGS card. Some minor damage at the top, super minor. But I still think this is going to be a gorgeous BGS card, so this will be definitely a BGS card, and we'll do separate videos for that. And we are now halfway through. Next up, base set. Hollow without needing to be set, I guess. Base set, first edition Machamp. First edition also not needed to be said. These actually, if you get them in PSA 9 and up, actually do have some value. Definitely has like a super thick top for border. That has got to be some of the thickest border. I don't know what to put. Maybe miscut? I don't know. It's not really miscut. It's just super thick on the top. I'm surprised with how thick it is that like a bottom of a Pokemon card isn't starting. It's actually a really good hollow foil, which is kind of rare for this card. Nothing special about the first edition stamp. It's really pristine. It's really clean looking. I don't see any sort of errors that I should have to see. I'm not seeing anything crazy. Good. Usually the back gets me, but this is looking really good. Like a little whitening or off crimp or something, but still really good card. I can see this being a BGS card, so we're gonna go ahead and write down BGS, and this will be a later submission when I get all that BGS stuff ready. Up next is Machamp again from Evolutions, break cards, and I actually really like the break cards. I think they're a really fresh spin-off, although I have a hard time trying to see any issues on these bad boys because of everything that's going on. From what I can see, everything looks fine. Let's see how the back looks. And the back looks, wow, that is smooth edging. That, geez, it's gotta be a BGS black label, man. At least just a straight 10, but that's one of the smoothest cards I've ever seen. Wow, that's pretty cool actually. I think that was actually a previous owned card. That wasn't one I pulled. Up next is a Dark Vaporeon again with a super thick top. It's really a shame this card didn't come in hollow. Granted, yes, I know it wasn't a rare in the first place, but still. Everything seems to be in order. There's some scratches and some whitening. I think we'll make this a part of the CGC cards. I was going to say PSA, but as soon as I saw this corner, it kind of fell off on sending it into PSA. So this will be a CGC card. Up next is a first edition Fossil Hitmonlee, non-hollow. It's definitely in, played condition. Some stain on it, can't really get off. Some scratches, some dirt, some whitening. It's beat up. This is going to be a CGC card for sure. Yeah, lots of whitening. I missed one somewhere. Oh, Dark Vaporeon. I said just go ahead and make a non-hollow bid. My bad. Well, that's still good because I said Hitmonlee CGC, so we're still in the running. Although I'll have to relook at that. This one might be a bid too. I know the first edition Dragonite was a little beat up, but the first edition Dragonite was it's a first edition Dragonite, so Dragonite's got a little bit more demand. So yeah, this is getting really jumbled up, like almost no PSA. One PSA so far, which is fine. Last but not least, a Break Nidoking. Again, I don't see anything that really stands out on the front too much. There's some silvering, if you really want to call it that. It's hard to call it that on these cards because the whole thing is kind of like that color, and so it may just be, I mean, I guess it's still technically not, it's still technically a I wouldn't say error, it's still technically like not 100% well made because it probably shouldn't be showing there at all, but I don't think it's damaged the card at the same time. The back is super clean, but the bordering is off. Now this, with all of it being so weird, I think it'd probably be a PSA 8, maybe even 9. So we'll send this to the PSA. And I really hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you're guessing the grades. It's going to be kind of hard as a lot of these didn't go to the PSA or aren't expected to go to the PSA. So just keep your eye out, and we'll either do those bid cards as penny bids on our eBay. More will be posted when we do that, so you'll have your opportunity to win those. We'll start those out at a penny if we do list them, or they'll become giveaway cards in the future. So yeah, just keep watching. Thanks. Bye.